Welcome to the therapeutic breathwork session for a good night's sleep. This is a guided session that's full of lots of lovely breathing exercises to send you off into a good night's sleep. So get yourself comfortable. We're going to start seated, but we will be going into a lying position. So make sure you have 2 books to hand and some pillows and cushions and blankets. Make sure your room is dimly lit, maybe have some candles, and generally have yourself comfortable. For the seated position, make sure that you have something comfortable to lean back against, but you've still got a relatively straight back. So we're going to start with our eyes closed and just noticing the breath. So if you feel uncomfortable closing your eyes, just soften your eyes. And without changing the breath, we're simply noticing. This is called breath awareness. So how do you know you're breathing? Where in your body does your breath come from? How does your in-breath feel compared to the out-breath? We're just simply noticing without changing. Maybe we're noticing within us that resistance to change the breath. Maybe there's part of us that really wants to and maybe is changing the breath. We can just be curious to this. So we're noticing the quality of the inhalation and the exhalation. Notice which parts of the body move as you breathe in, and which parts of the body move as you breathe out. Notice what happens at the end of the inhalation and what happens at the end of the exhalation. Are your breaths short or deep? Without awareness, without judgment or further thought, we're just noticing. Notice if you're wearing any clothing that restricts your breath. We can gently rest our awareness on the tip of the nose, where we can notice the cool air entering and the warm air leaving. So we're noticing the air entering and leaving the nose. Notice, does the air come into the right nostril, the left nostril more? Notice the in-breath compared to the out-breath. How is the quality of your breath today? How has your posture throughout the day impacted your breath? How has the way you've sat impacted your breath? How has the way you've moved or interacted with other people impacted your breath? Just wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Just come into a bit more of an upright position now. So we're going to do some movement and breath. This helps to bring ourselves back into our body from the head. It's a way of connecting in, and it's a way of synchronizing those body movements. So inhale, long spine. And as you exhale, drop the chin to the chest. As you inhale, we're rolling the left ear to the left shoulder. And as we exhale, we're circling down and around. And inhaling to the other side. Inhaling into the stretch. Exhale down and around. And inhaling into the stretch. We want to keep the spine nice and long. And we want the head to be lovely and heavy so we can feel every muscle moving and stretching. So we often carry a lot of tension in our neck during the day. And if we're quite shallow breathers, or if we're quite upper chest breathers, it can tighten the muscles around the neck. Tight muscles in the neck also creates more shallow breath. Upper chest breathing. Just allow your head its weight. And finishing with chin to the chest. And place the hands on your knees and just round your back. As you inhale, lift the heart, lift the chin, lift the eyes. And as you exhale, we're rounding, pull the belly in and curling under so your hands are on your knees. So as we inhale, we start to lift the chest and the chin. If you've got any neck problems, don't look up so high. And exhale, round. Draw the chin into the chest. So inhale, we start to roll the other way on the pelvis, lift the heart, the chin. You can close your eyes as you do this, and exhale, we're rounding. Stimulating the spine and all the muscles and nerves coming out of the spine. And we're just creating that expansion and contraction. So we're allowing the body to move in ways that it might not have moved during the day. So we inhale as we lift the chest and the chin, and we keep breathing to the end of the movement. And as soon as the movement's finished and the breath is finished, we return. And we synchronize this out breath with the movement. As soon as we can't move anymore, we start the inhalation. And exhale one more. And back to centre. So we can look over the left shoulder and the right to take a breath in and exhale as far as you can behind you. Inhale front and exhale to the other side. Inhale front and exhale. Back to the front. Inhale, draw the shoulders up to the ears as if you're gathering up the day's tension. And exhale, roll them down, back and down. Inhale them forward and up as if you're carrying all the tension of the day up to the ears. As soon as you can't breathe in anymore, you start the movement back and down as you breathe out. So inhale and exhale. And then we're going to inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, drop. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, drop. Last time, nice heavy drop. And drop. And just close your eyes and pause and just notice how those simple exercises have impacted you right here, right now. Maybe notice your breath and if there's any changes to your breath. And let's bring on a couple of yawns. So open your mouth nice and wide, wiggle your chin, tickle the back of your throat, activate the back of your throat, and bring on a nice big yawn. So this is a lovely way of relaxing this. It just allows carbon dioxide to come out and it allows us to be replenished, but in a lovely way. Oh, I can bring the arms into it if you want the stretch. Oh. Just close your eyes. Just feel your sit bones against the ground or the chair. And as you inhale, have a sense of lengthening through the spine. And as you exhale, a sense of dropping through the jaw, the shoulders, the arms and the legs. So as an inhale, a lovely easeful lengthening. And as you exhale, you're dropping and just softening. So we're allowing our body to come to a place of rest. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, we're just softening, but keeping a sense of a long spine, so we're not collapsing. And we're going to do 3 mms. We're going to breathe in normally through the nose and a humming out of just through the closed mouth. So breathing in through the nose. And pause and notice. If you've had a particularly busy head today and feel quite mentally stimulated and overwhelmed, maybe pause the video and do 10 of those. It can really help to lower the energy down into the body where we can access a good night's sleep. Closing your eyes. And being aware of the breath entering and leaving the nose. Counting your breaths in and your breaths out. So trying to space them a second apart if you can. But not trying to make them too long. We want to just ease off that moment that we might tend to push ourselves. So it might just be in for 3 and out for 3 or 4, whatever. Just keep counting the in-breath and the out-breath. And then what I invite you to do is to match the longest part of the breath. So if you're breathing in for 3 and out for 4, breathe in for 4 and out for 4. I'm just going to play a ticking now as we do this. Continue the breath. Imagine the breath is starting at the base of the spine. You're breathing up the spine to the crown of your head. You're breathing down the front of your body. Maybe add another number to the in and the out breath. So moving more into the therapeutic zone. You're breathing in from the base of your spine up to the crown of your head and out down the front of your body. Maybe breathing in a purr up your spine, a warm glow, a colour. Allow yourself to lean into the out breath, to soften into it. Maybe place a hand on the belly to support your belly breathing, with this circular breath going up the spine, down the front of the body. Maybe you can add another number. So you're allowing your belly to expand and expand a little more. And expand even more. So softening our body on each out breath, really falling into the out breath. And maybe our out breath becomes a bit longer. And this might enable us to take an extra count on the in breath. Allow the eyes to soften. So the eyeballs were almost sinking into the skull. The face is relaxed. The jaw, the mouth and the tongue. I'm just going to stop the ticking. Just notice what you notice. So bring your breathing back to normal. But just notice the breath and maybe how it's changed to where you were at the start of the session. And now I invite you to lay down on the floor, supporting yourself by pillows and blankets. Maybe a pillow under your knees, behind your head, and make sure you're warm. So just screw your toes up and then spread your toes. Screw them up and spread them and relax. So we can have our feet hip width apart, or maybe any lower back problems, we've got the knees supported, or the feet on the ground and the knees just falling together. Take your right leg out and tense, tense, tense your right leg. Tense, tense, tense. So it's just lifted off the ground and then drop. Return the leg. The left leg, tense, 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 and drop. Lift your bum off the ground and clench your bum. Tense, 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 and drop. Screw up your hands into a fist and tense your arms. Tense, 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 and drop. Rolling your head from side to side. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out as wide as you can and look as far as you can behind you. And relax. Your eyes are soft or closed. And as you breathe out, allow the eyes to sink into their sockets. Taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, the eyes sink into the sockets. Imagine the brain as a muscle, fully relaxed. Aware of the back against the ground. Noticing the back and how it responds to being against the ground. We're going to do a breath called the 4-7-8 breath, where we place the tip of the tongue just behind the top teeth, just on that bit of gum, for the whole of this breath. And we breathe in for the count of 4. We hold the breath for 7. And as we breathe out a whooshing. So we open the mouth and breathe out as if we were blowing wind out of our mouth, making a wind sound to the count of 8. So we'll do that together, keeping the tongue just behind the teeth. This enables a sense of balancing. Breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and whooshing out of the mouth for 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 4, 2, 3, 4. Count for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out of the mouth for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and out for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and pause. And just notice where of that exercise that can be deeply tranquilizing and relaxing. Allow the whole body to absorb that breath work. And then just take the 2 books that are nearby. Bend your knees and place your feet on the ground. Place your books on your lower belly. You can return the arms to the ground, palms up, and breathe in to the books. So as you're breathing in, your belly's expanding into the books. And as you're breathing out, the books and the weight of the books are sending the belly in. So you're breathing into the resistance of the books. And you're breathing out and the books are settling and relaxing. Continue this. As we breathe in, the diaphragm descends, creating more space in the upper thoracic. And as you breathe out, the books massage the belly. See if you can slow the whole breath down. If you want to count, you can count. So preferably we're breathing into the nose and out. And you can imagine that there's a straw directly attached from the nose to the belly. So the chest isn't moving, it's just the nose and the belly. And as you breathe in, see if you can send that breath further down into your pelvis. So there's a sense of you breathing in and the pelvis opens, and you're breathing out and it comes back together. Allowing all those muscles in the pelvis to soften, to relax. The breath goes low down, right down into the pelvic floor. You might notice as you breathe in, the pelvic floor expands. As you breathe out, there's a slight contraction. Breathing in softness. We can breathe out and letting go. And as you do this, make sure your face, your mouth and your tongue are relaxed. So the jaw and the hips are mirror images. So if we start to breathe into the hips, we might start to carry tension in our jaw. Maybe wiggle the jaw and have a yawn. As you breathe in, see if you can get a sense of your lower back expanding, the lumbar spine. So you're breathing into the books and the books are pushing up. And there's also an expansion in the lumbar area of the spine, with the pelvis then opening and contracting. See if you can make the out breath a little bit longer than the in. Maybe count the in and the out breath. Doesn't matter what numbers we count, but just increase the out breath. It further stimulates the nervous system to relax, telling ourselves that we're safe, fall asleep. All is well in this moment. All is well. And as you breathe out, you can just lean into the out breath, allow the whole body to embrace and to surrender into the out breath. Just a few more breaths. And gently take the books of the belly and place your hand there. And just notice how this feels different with the hand on the belly, continuing to breathe in and out of the belly. And as you breathe out, just count backwards from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So on each out breath, you're counting backwards, which tricks the logical mind, helps us to switch off. Each out breath, the body is resting a little more, letting go a little more. Maybe you want to lengthen out your legs again, or keep them where they are. And this time have one hand on the belly and one hand over the heart. We're going to start by breathing into the lower hand and continue to breathe into the upper hand. And as you relax, breathing out from the top to the bottom. So you've got your fingers quite spread on your heart. And about where the thumb and first finger are, we're going to breathe right up to the top of the lungs. So breathing into the lower hand. Continue to breathe into the upper hand. And then we're topping up where the thumb and the first finger is, right below the collarbone. And returning. So a wave-like action, we breathe into the lower hand until we can't breathe in anymore. And shift our awareness up to the upper hand. And then topping up in the thumb and the first finger. And as we breathe out, we empty the chest and then we empty the belly. So continue this. Don't worry too much if you're breathing into different areas, the in-breath. Just try to guide it into the belly and then the upper hand and out in the reverse. And as you breathe in, just say to yourself, relax, relax, relax. So we want to relax the body as much as possible as we breathe in. More of these breaths. And then either keep your hands where they are or bring them down by your side, palms up. And just fall into the stillness. A gentle eye on the breath, rising and falling. And in your awareness to your body against the ground. Clothing on your skin. The air touching your skin. Your sense of smell and taste. Maybe you'd like to do some ankle rotations or some wrist rotations. Or maybe you just want to be still. and then rolling onto a side that's comfortable for you and supporting your head. And as you do this, place a hand over your belly. So you can continue to feel the rising and the falling within your belly. I'm going to spend a minute or so here, just with the hand on the belly on your side, with your knees stacked, your hips stacked. This is a lovely thing to do if you can't sleep at night. Place your hand on your belly and breathing in and out of your hand. Maybe you want to just stay here now and turn off the video. This is a perfect time to just turn off the light to sleep. If you are to engage in any of the evening, just keep it low key, avoid screens, try to keep the energy really soft and within. So thank you for sharing this practice with me, and I wish you a lovely dreamy night's sleep.